Hi guys. So today I'm gonna do an in-person walkthrough of how I create my ebooks from beginning to end. I will pause along the way so you don't have to sit hours watching me, but I'll just go through the process. So as you can see, I'm gonna pull up the document of all the content the client gives me. So as you can see, I do a quick look through. This is not too much information. And she does a really good job in providing me some of the images, the additional resources, and especially dividing it out like this, because she can honestly just send me the document and I'll figure it out. But sometimes you might need clarifications, and that's why those meetings are important. But this is all I really need. And the first thing I'm going to do is start with the title page, the outline, and starting with each section. So as you can see, I start with a new document. I started brainstorming already, but we're going to start with a new document. And I like to put that at the beginning, and I would like to start with my cover. And once I come back, the cover will be made. Oops. Hi guys, so this is the cover page that I decided to go with. I just designed it in like 10 minutes or so. But definitely I want to show you the process. It does not just appear like that. I first started out with some of the basic colors, but I didn't like how there was no images and it was very stocky. That was probably not the right word, but I kept experimenting, and then I tried circles, changing the background color. I liked the arch, but then I kind of wanted it to extend more, so I went with this shape. And I added the dash in the back, which allows me to use more colors within my in the future pages. And I just started experimenting with different photos. Photos are very important because they also determine the colors that you're going to be using. I did like this one, like right here, I would be using a little bit of brown as well as the green, but I didn't want to use this wood brown color. This one was also good, but I didn't like that empty white space, and there's too many greenery here. So, and there's too many bottles here. So I decided to just keep it simple, and I think I'm gonna just stick to this one. So after that, I would just simply select and delete all of these because I no longer need them. And I will start building off the other pages. So the reason why I kept this page was actually from the templates. I like to look through the templates to give myself some ideas on how to like organize the content. And I chose this because other than I'll do the table of contents or outline later, but I noticed there was a lot of sections. So then, as you can see, there's like 3 sections, and there's 3 sections here. So I'm planning to organize it in this way. I'm already thinking about how to organize it while I'm selecting the content. Of course, I'm going to change around the colors and match the images to make it look nicer, as well as incorporate the title page. So yeah, I maintained their logo. I kept their website, focused on the product, had a fun arch to it, which is complementing the shape. The shape is also very important because the cover page, everything in the cover page will determine the rest of the slides, pages, whatever you want to call it. And I will now add in the table of contents. I'm actually planning to reuse one of my pages for the table of contents because I already like the style of it and I can maintain it. So let me go grab that real quick and I'll show you with the branding colors. Okay, so I got the table of contents that I wanted to use, I think. So I'm gonna use this color because it matches. And this was where I took it from. I might readjust it, especially to match the font, but I will be reusing this. And reusing layouts is definitely smart, especially if you've been creating a lot of content and it doesn't hurt to reuse it. It definitely saves you a lot more time. It's just as long as it maintains the colors, the branding, and it should work just fine. So I'll get back to you. Okay, so what I did here is that I created the table of contents. I decided not to go with that original design that I copied and pasted because when I changed the font, the feeling, it didn't look right because it was more of a, I guess, feminine type minimalistic. So I wanted to carry that through and not have harsh blocks and rectangles. So I added these lines and made it very simple. We'll come back, and fill in the numbers according to how many pages we create. So as long as you have the outline, it should be good. So now we're gonna move on to, seems like she has a small introduction, which can be added to the other parts, but we're gonna start making the main pages and I'll show you how that turns out later. Okay, to let you in on my progress. So originally I thought I was gonna have this mini introduction combined with these two, but of course, when you're designing, you need to design around the content. So when I read it, it said that the two most important things was a vessel and a cover container. So of course, in my design, I wanted to highlight the two must-haves that I retitled, put in her content here, and these are image holders, so I will put in the vessel and the cloth. Definitely find really good images for them if you're going to take your own images. If not, find a really nice one online because they can make or break your design. So these are just really nice placeholders that we'll have for now. And I started on making the next page, which was the brewing vessel. And I kept the consistent designs of the nice lines. The fonts are going to be consistent and the same with this line as well. And I kept the shape from the introduction, from the cover page. So I wanted to add that shape into here as well. So this is what I have so far. I will continue making it and keep you updated. Okay, to resume, I counted, and since the 3 sections that I wanted to add, it would be perfect if I added 2 of those and I highlighted the kombucha vessel and the cloth cover separately. So that would be perfect since the vessel and the cloth cover were highlighted in the first section, that they were the 2 main important things. I decided to give it its own page, of course, add some images, and I'm using stock images just as placeholders. So what I'm doing right now, I had this layout that I really liked, and all I'm doing is copying and pasting the content over. So rubber band, T-ball infuser, and the last one is my strainer. And I'm just going to continue doing that and adjusting the sizes as needed because you don't want too large text. You want to make sure it all looks right, not too large. I also changed the font. The font was a little bit different, but I definitely wanted to maintain the consistency. And the great thing about Canva is that if you were just copy and paste it in, the font won't transfer. Excuse me. The font will transfer over. So just copy and paste it, and you will find that some text are longer than others, and we will definitely adjust that accordingly. So just let me continue and I will come back to you soon. So right now I'm going in and finding some photos that Canva has to correlate the image with the section. So like, for example, rubber band, I just want to tell you a little bit how I select my images. You definitely want high quality images that match your theme. So it's very peaceful. You want a little browns and tans. So you just drag and drop it and see if it works. You can also double click to zoom in if you would like that as well. You just want that, or you can just keep trying out and choosing which one you like. I think that looks fine. Or maybe this one, something like this. If you don't like it, because I don't like the tea stain, or maybe this one. That one looks so much better. Okay, so something like that. If you find that you like it better, then adjust it accordingly. And yeah, I will come back to edit the other ones. I might do different layouts just because I don't want 3 consistent layouts that are the same, because that's a little boring, but I'll update you on how it goes. Alrighty, so I finished up the last couple pages. I decided to keep the same layout throughout the entire book. Oh, I missed one. But anyways, I decided to keep it because if I were to change it, I feel like it's not a change in topic, so it would make sense to keep it consistent. And then towards the last page, she has additional resources. And I decided to add this section in because when I created her other book, that's what I put. And I thought it was it like highlights her product. So it's another chance for her to display her product towards the end. She has it here, but I think the grid and talking about the purpose of this product highlights it really well. So I decided to add that in. If she doesn't want that in, we could definitely take it out as well. And all that's left to do is finish the table of contents. But here's the final spread. And I hope you liked doing this with me. It took a total of probably 2 hours-ish, excluding all the pauses and the breaks that I've done, but this is the final product. Thank you.